It's that time of the year again. The new iPhones are here. Obviously, a bunch of people are going to put cases on their devices, which is always a adventurous journey. And this year, things are quite different than we used to because we get not one, not two, but 4 different iPhone models. Let me share with you in this video what's important to look for when you're going to purchase a new case for your iPhone. This year, for the first time ever, we have a full lineup with different sizes. The iPhone 16 comes in at 6.1 inch, the iPhone 16 Plus comes in at 6.7 inch, and the iPhone 16 Pro comes in at 6.3 inch. So this is not the Pro, this is actually the 15 Pro, but I currently don't have it. But yeah, as you can see, it's the same natural titanium on the 16 Pro. And the iPhone 16 Pro Max, the biggest one, comes in at 6.9 inch. Actually, these different sizes have a massive impact on the case market. Just immediately to answer, I think one of the most important questions, your old iPhone 15 or 15 Pro cases won't be compatible on the new iPhone 16 models. And this not only has to do with the different sizes I just mentioned, but also with, for example, the new camera layout on the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus. As you can see here, I have a case from Spigen. Yeah, this is just a new layout. The lens is separate. And again, we have the new vertical orientation, firstly introduced on the iPhone 10. So this is a bit of a nostalgic vibe. And what you can see here, if I tilt the case, we now have a hole here. And actually, different case makers are approaching the hole or the camera control position differently. I have Apple's own clear case right here, and here is the one from Spigen. And as you can see here, Spigen just made a hole and Apple just made a very subtle kind of touch area integrated within the case. That brings us actually to the next point, and that is that all the iPhone 16 models come with the camera control button. Apple doesn't want to call this a button. And if you want to use this new feature, you obviously need to have a case that is compatible. So older cases won't do the job. That's important to notice as well. And just talking about new buttons, all the iPhone 16 models come with the action button. So previously, this was only exclusive to the 15 Pro models right there. But now it's also coming to the iPhone 16 models, which means that this again is going to have impact on the case you buy. You cannot buy an old iPhone 15 case because now the iPhone 16 models also have the action button, which means that we need a specific cutout for that. As you can see here, it has been added, the same as when you look closer to, for example, the silicon cases from Apple. Just right there, we now have the action button integrated within the case. Also important to notice with regards to the case theme is that now the new iPhone 16 models, all of them, are coming with a 50% stronger ceramic shield than the previous generation of ceramic shield. What does this mean more concretely? I don't know yet, but Apple says that their next generation ceramic shield is more advanced and 50% tougher than the first generation, and that it is 2 times tougher compared to other smartphones. Probably a bunch of people on YouTube are going to make comparison videos about this. I'm not gonna be that person. I like to keep my iPhones in pristine condition. I also want to cover the iPhone bezels have shrinked significantly on the Pro models, and let me show you how that looks with a nice wallpaper. As you can see here, this is extremely thin, and Apple is getting closer and closer to like a bezel-less iPhone, which is my dream. We're getting really close, and this looks absolutely stunning. So compared to the previous generation iPhones, the iPhone 15 models had bezels of 1.55 millimeters, and right now the iPhone 16 models, the Pro models, come in at 1.2 millimeters. This is incredibly thin. But why should you know this? Well, it's actually important also with regards to vulnerability of your iPhone when it drops, because slimmer bezels on the device means that the edges are more exposed, which unfortunately means that they're more vulnerable to damage from drops. So that's why I think it's also important to consider putting a case on your iPhone. I always use a case on my iPhone, although I really like the naked touch, but protection over the risk of destroying my iPhone. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about cases or about durability of the iPhones, drop them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to hit the bell icon, subscribe, like this video, and see you in the next one. Peace.